Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So I'm just going to be making my birthday cake today. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do it. I just kind of did a recipe up on my phone, so I'm just going to follow off what's there. I'm only going to do half of this recipe just because I've got just got these two small like little cake pan things. So it's only me and Matt, so one little cake each. So it's just going to be like a healthy chocolate cake. Just because I am trying to watch how much sugar I'm eating at the moment and stuff like that, and I didn't want to go out and buy a whole cake for just 2 people during the isolation that we're in, because we're in stage 4 lockdown, so we can't really go anywhere, only to the grocery store. So it is 2:15 in the afternoon now. It has been a miserable day today because it's all rainy, overcasty, and it's cold. It's freezing cold today. We've got the heater on in the house and we're still wearing like jumpers and Ugg boots. So yeah, really cold. So I'm just going to go through, make the cake. It's not like super healthy, but it's a healthier option. So to start off with, I've got coconut flour and almond meal or LSA mix. So this one is linseed and almond meal mix. So I'm going to use that in it. So I'll probably do 1/4 cup of this, 1/2 cup of coconut flour, and just 2 tablespoons of self-raising flour, just so it's not so heavy, just to lighten it up a bit and give it some sort of starch. I've just got Ezra chilling behind me there. Mr. Grumble Butts doesn't want to go down for his sleep. So 1/2 cup, and that's 1/4 cup. Yeah, 1/2 cup of coconut flour. I haven't used this coconut flour before, this brand, but I normally use the Red Tractor Organics. But you know, this one was on sale at Coles. It's called Plant Life Co. Or Plant Life Food Co. Really? Right? Are you telling them? Yeah? And then I'm just going to do 1/4 cup. So 2 tablespoons of self-raising flour, wholemeal flour, whatever flour you want to use, or starch, potato starch, banana flour, anything like that. Now I'm going to just add a little bit of baking powder to it just to help it rise, so 1/2 teaspoon. I'm going to, because I'm making a mud cake chocolatey one, I'm just using Lindt chocolate, just because it was on sale, and I would have used like a low sugar or no sugar chocolate, kind of like Loving Earth or something, but I'm trying to stick to a really strict budget, and that's like $7 a block, so these were $3, so cheaper. Not the healthiest option, but you can't touch. Yeah, we'll just burn it, so this one. Really? So just get the gas on for that. So that's like all my flours and baking soda in there. I just want to add a little bit of salt to it as well. Pink Himalayan rock salt, just 1/2 teaspoon. So I went to Source Bulk Food earlier in the week. Just picked up a few things. One to decorate the top of my cake and stuff like that. Yeah. Picked up some raw organic cacao powder. Cocoa powder, cacao powder, so just like that. So probably, I think there's like 100 grams there, about. So I'm just going to tip all of that in. And go cow. And then from there I also just bought like some freeze-dried strawberries, some moon macadamias, nuts, and this is like dark chocolate coated coconut. So good. just got like some more like dark chocolate goji berries and blueberries as well to decorate on top, and fresh strawberries as well. I'll do that. So we've got our double boiler. So the tip is to make sure the water is not touching the bottom of the bowl and just bringing it to so it's just boiling. So that's for our dry ingredients in the bowl. Just stir it up. What's wrong? What I probably should have done is sieve it, but I hardly sieve any of my recipes. I'm lazy like that. But I probably should have sieved all the ingredients out. But that's okay. I just really wing all my recipes. Most of them I just go off the top of my head. And most of the time they turn out okay. So I'm hoping it turns out okay. To that I'm going to add teaspoons of vanilla. I'm using coconut cream, half a tin, and I've kept the other half for the icing. Memory blank there. Oh shoot, nearly dropped it. For the sweetness, I am using rice malt syrup. Hard to open that one. See if I can get this right. That one was easier. Spatula. How much left in this one? About a quarter of a cup of rice malt syrup. It's really to your taste, so once you've added the chocolate and stuff, give the batter a taste, and then that way you'll know if if it's sweet enough for you or anything. Coconut oil here. I'm going to add that into the chocolate when it's all melted down. So the chocolate is starting to melt. You can see. Melt that all down. I'm just going to go give Ezra to his father. He's being a bit rumpled. If you don't have rice malt syrup, you can use agave or honey if you'd like to as well. It's completely up to you what sort of sweetener you use, stevia or anything like that. Chocolate's melting nicely. Just going to add coconut oil into this. I'm not going to add the cream into that actually. I'm just going to tip that in there. If you don't have coconut cream, coconut milk or anything like that, you can use like almond milk, normal milk if you want to as well. With me, I'm lactose intolerant, so coconut milk or almond milk is the go. The chocolate's nearly done, so I'm going to pull that off the boiler and just let it melt down here. Some nice, hot melted chocolate. And warning, yes, the bowl will be hot because it's just been on hot water. So that was about a quarter of a cup of coconut oil. Actually, no, it wasn't. Probably only about 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I had to melt it down in the microwave because the coconut oil has solidified. Is that the correct word? Solidified and hardened because it's so cold here in Melbourne. Get those lumps bubbling down. Just going to pop it back on the heat just because it's a chunk that hasn't quite melted yet. So pop it back on the heat. And then to this I'm going to add, because it's got coconut flour and all that in, I'm probably going to add about 3 to 4 eggs. I'm just going to get a bowl, so I generally whip my eggs. You okay there, boy? scaring mama like that. Yeah, 3 to 4 eggs. I'm gonna do 2 at a time. What I'm gonna do is before I put them into the mix is just whisk them slightly, just to incorporate some air into there and break the egg yolk so you can get some, makes it just a bit not so dense, not so heavy. With the LSA mix or almond flour or almond meal you're using with the coconut flour. Before I add the chocolate in, I'm going to allow it to cool slightly so it doesn't scramble the eggs, because if I add it straight in with the eggs, it's going to scramble the eggs, and who likes that? No one. You don't want scrambled eggs in your cake. Okay, so that's the first 2 eggs. And then I'll just add 1, and then I'll see how it is. Add 1 more, and then I'll see how it is. And if it doesn't seem right, I'll add another one. And just play it like, yeah, as I always do. I'd rather make my cakes and stuff like this from scratch, because then you know 100% what's going into your batter and everything like that. Those packet mixes sometimes have like all sorts of different preservatives and chemicals and stuff in them, so you kind of want to try and avoid them. And they have so much sugar, so much. So yeah. Give that a stir. Looking good. I think 3 eggs, because it's only, it's not quite half, it's a little bit more than half of the mixture. So generally, like, I'll do like 1 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup of almond meal or LSA or mix or hazelnut meal or whatever sort of meal you want to use, and then like some sort of starch as well. Now, if you are gluten free, you can use potato starch. No, not potatoes. Tapioca starch if you're gluten free, rather than flour. That's what it's looking like at the moment, and that's without the chocolate mixed in. Oh yeah, that's all melted now. So now we're just going to let it cool slightly, just so it doesn't scramble our eggs. I've also got my oven preheating. So the oven is on 170, preheating for it to go in. You don't have to do this, but because I'm using the 2 small tins, I've got a baking tray lined, because these are springform. I have never used springform before. So yeah, I lined that. Hopefully it doesn't leak out the bottom. Hopefully I've attached them properly. They knew I only just bought them, so fingers crossed. Now, I think this is cooled enough. We're going to add this in. Yum! Chocolate goodness. I don't eat cake very often, only ever eat it around birthdays or for celebrations. So it's like a little treat. We're not big cake eaters in this house, only ever for birthdays. And then we're going to mix that chocolate in. Now this is going to be like a really chocolatey cake, because, you know, I'm a female and we love chocolate. What female ever says no to chocolate? Unless they're allergic to it, well, that's understandable, but just never turn down chocolate. We're just folding it through. There we go. It's kind of like a mud cake kind of texture. I don't know if that's focusing or not. Sorry, I don't have a flip screen. I'm just using a normal like EOS 1200D. But yeah, yum! Oh, smells so good. You can also add nuts through this. Like if you wanted to, you could do like slitted almonds or pecans or walnuts or something, or chopped up chocolate. But I'm just leaving it like this because I've got the chocolate and stuff to go on top of. So yes. Okay. So I think they're ready to go in. We're going to bake them now in our little ramekin thing, cake tins, mini cake tins. I don't know what the frick they're called. So yeah, we're going to do that. And I'm going to bake it for probably about 25 minutes to a half an hour. We'll see how it goes, and I'll let you know when they come out how long I did actually cook them for, because as I said, I'm just playing it by ear, so I don't actually know how long it needs to go in for. I'm just thinking around that time because I do have it on a lower heat. So yeah, we'll come back when it is all done. So I have baked the cakes and allowed them to cool. That's what they look like now. Yeah, I don't know what it tastes like, but the mixture made more than I expected. So I just made some like mini ones here. So we'll give it a taste test, see what it's like. Because if it's no good, my husband wants to buy a cake for himself. Not like a full cake, just like a little eclair or something. But I've got to make the icing now. That all done. Make them up. I think the icing will make it. Just provide that little bit more moisture and stuff to it. Slightly more on the bitter side because I did use like 78% dark chocolate and 70% dark chocolate. And the raw cacao powder, so a bit more on the bitterer side. But for me that's fine because I like bitter chocolate. I like dark chocolate. I feel like I've got like cake like my teeth now. I hope I don't. But I'm going to make the icing up. Get that all done, make them up. Now I'm just waiting for the water to boil now. Let me just go get the little man. I'll just give this a stir first. Looking good. Can you say hello? Hi. 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 Yeah. You're so gorgeous. Wow. Sorry, I just had to stop then. My memory card was full, so I had to switch it out with another one. Okay. Got the cakes out. Got the icing here all melted. Just got to add a bit more coconut milk cream. Coconut cream. To it. I'm just going to pop you down, Bubba. That's really nice. With the coconut cream, adds like a coconutty taste to it. I'm just going to add the rest in. Now for my husband it's not sweet enough, so I'm just going to add a little bit of icing sugar into it, and hopefully that'll make it a bit more like an icing. Me personally, I'm not an icing person. I know that sounds really weird. I do not like icing. I just prefer the cake itself. I don't know why, just buttercream icing, oh, just do not, I had, for our wedding cake, we had like a 3-tier wedding cake. It was white chocolate mud and normal mud cake, and it was like a naked cake, so it only had icing in between the layers and then like slightly smeared on the outside. I hate icing. Weird. And chocolate ganache, fine. Chocolate mousse, fine. Because it's chocolate, but butter icing. So just a little bit of icing sugar. Just to make it sweeter for my husband. Mix it up. I don't know if this is right. If you can add icing sugar to like chocolate and cream like this. But I'm doing it. Again, I should have sifted. I never learn. I hate sieving stuff though. It's too time consuming. Yum. It's actually really nice. So what I'm going to do, give my husband a little taste test. Hopefully he likes it. Put some icing on here. Now this should thicken up when it like cools down, but yeah. So, and I'll show you guys at the end result once it's all put together. Sorry, Ezra's due for dinner. I've just got his dinner sitting here. Just got to go put it in his high chair and stuff. But I'm going to end it here for you guys and show you the decorated cake tomorrow in the vlog. Well, when the vlog goes up. So yeah, so that's the cake. Just got to decorate it, ice it, and then I'll have that in the vlog tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.